So for today's idea of the day, I'd like to talk a little bit about Microsoft's plan, their current method of shoving Windows 10 down your throat, whether you want it or not. Now, first of all, I am on record a couple of years back on my blog, ideaoftheday.com, as saying Microsoft should make all upgrades of Windows free. After all, they make most of their money off of OEMs and servers and all sorts of other stuff, and most people weren't willing to pay $100 or more to upgrade their version of Windows. For a variety of reasons, it just simply wasn't worth the price. So I said it should be a free option, just like it is with Apple. If you want to upgrade to the newest version of the Apple operating system, you can do it and it's free. Same thing with their iOS, on iPhones and iPads, etc. And the thought process there is that by having people running, at least the majority of people running the current version of the operating system, programs can become a little more sophisticated. They will not have to think about whether or not they're going to publish a program for a small audience of people who have actually adopted the newest operating system. On the Mac, the majority of people, in fact, it's somewhere around 80 or more % of people always get the newest version. But in Windows, it was never that way. As far as like a year or so ago, XP was almost the most popular version of Windows out there because a lot of people still had that, and that's from 2002. So you understand what we're talking about. People weren't upgrading. They weren't paying to upgrade. So the people with 7 weren't upgrading to 8. And the number of people using 8 was such a small percentage that almost nobody was writing software to take advantage of the newest version of the Windows operating system. So yes, it was important that they made it a free option, but they shouldn't shove it down your throat. As a tech guy, people come to me all the time with their problems. And lately, I'm getting a lot of calls from people saying all of a sudden, it's telling them on the screen, it's time to upgrade to Windows 10. And it's not even saying, would you like to do it? Or maybe you'd like to do it, or here's what it's all about. No, it just says, you have a choice. Do you want to install it now, or do you want to install it in 7 days? It doesn't really give you a choice. And even that pop-up pops up. In fact, there was a very funny case just recently of a newscaster, actually a weather girl, a weather woman. She was doing the weather report, and that darn Windows 10 pop-up came up in the middle of a broadcast. So what we're talking about here is they can't just shove it down your throat. Let people decide whether they want it. Absolutely don't throw it on your screen at a random time. People hated pop-ups as it was, so their entire mechanism for rolling out Windows 10 is a big mess, and they need to change it. They need to make it an optional feature that people turn on when they want to if they're exploring that option. But a large percentage, if not most, Windows users don't even know about how operating systems are and upgrades and stuff like that. When things like that pop up on their screen, it scares them. It makes them worry about, do I have a virus? Is something else going on? So for a variety of reasons, Microsoft should change this policy, go back to the way things used to be with one exception. Allow people to choose when to upgrade their version of Windows, but absolutely make it free. Windows upgrades should be for the life of your PC. When you buy a PC, it should come with a version of Windows, and as long as you own that PC, you should be able to get the upgrades for free, but not shoved down your throat. And that's today's idea of the day. So there you have it. Another great idea of the day. So, if you could do me a big favor, there's a subscribe link in the corner. Look for it right now. It's in the corner, the little logo thingy. Subscribe to my brand new channel and you won't miss out on the fun. And I'll post a brand new idea every single day. And if you do, I promise you, some of them won't suck.